Good morning, students. In last class, we have discussed the population and interactions. So here we completed the topic of the organisms and a population, where in the last topic I studied the population interactions such as mutualism, second one is predatism, and the third one is parasitism, fourth one is competition, and the fifth one is a commensalism, and lastly we have studied the commensalisms. So these are the various types of interactions which are taken place in an populations. So you can call them as a population and interactions. Now coming to the next topic, that is an ecosystem. So here ecosystem, here eco means environment, system means interaction of individual interdependence of a species or interdependent of a biotic as well as a biotic and abiotic a component. So here we can write eco means environment, system. So system means here the interaction, or we can write interdependent of biotic and also abiotic and environment. So here interaction or interdependent, that means interdependent means that depending upon biotic as well as an abiotic components, then this type of we can call as an ecosystem. That is here interaction or interdependence of the organisms between the biotic and abiotic components. So this process we can call as an ecosystem. So here this ecosystem, the word ecosystem, the term ecosystem was given by the A.G. Tansley. Here is the person where he given the A.G. Tansley is the person where the given the term word was given by ecosystem was given by the A.G. Tansley, and according to the Wadham, he explains that the interaction between it is a different interaction between a biotic as well as an abiotic factors or components, then we can call that as an ecosystem. So according to Wadham, he defined as it can be defined as interaction between biotic and abiotic components. So then it is called as an ecosystem. We can call this as an ecosystem. So here the ecosystem is the ecosystem is the structural and ecosystem is the basic structural and a functional unit of an ecology. So in an ecology, that is interaction between an abiotic, already we have studied in organism and population, it is an interaction between biotic and an abiotic component. So here it is an basic unit, that is here we can call that as an ecosystem is a structural and a functional units of the an ecology. Why it is called as structural means here it is a combination of, it is interaction between a living as well as a non-living an organism. So that for example, if we say in here a pond ecosystem, a pond ecosystem. So in the pond ecosystem here it consists of both a living as well as here a living components will consist of the producers as well as the consumers are presenting. So here the producers and consumers as well as an abiotic component such as light, water, temperature and the soil, which have studied in the last classes. We have studied that is an abiotic component. So here the interaction is taken place between the biotic, that is living organisms, between to the an abiotic components. So here this is we can call as an ecosystem. If you see in any type of an ecosystem, either pond ecosystem or forest ecosystem or a marine ecosystem or estuaries, the ecosystem are naturally obtained ecosystems such as oceans, rivers, ponds, lakes. Here these we can call them as natural and ecosystem, or otherwise if you say in a naturally man-made ecosystem, man-made ecosystem. Here man-made ecosystem, if you see in here an example, that is crop grasslands, grassland as well as an aquarium. So these are the a man-made a type of an ecosystem which is made by the man for the benefit of their mankind. So here we can see different type of an ecosystems, that is here various life, that is naturally occurring ecosystem or forest ecosystem or marine system. Here the aquatic ecosystem also we can take in place, such as freshwater ecosystem or ponds, lakes, rivers, or marine ecosystem or estuaries ecosystem. These we can call them as an aquatic an ecosystem. And man-made such as the grassland ecosystem, and an example otherwise you can see as the aquarium, which is an example for the an ecosystem. And in this ecosystem which is taken place here, the ecosystem here it is an interaction of both living as well as a non-living an ecosystem. And also here we can take in place a terrestrial an ecosystem also. Here we can able to take in place the terrestrial an ecosystem such as grassland ecosystem, desert lands, forest ecosystem. Such we can take in place as an ecosystem. And also here we can take in place a biosphere is an ecological, is also considered as a global ecosystem and formed of all ecosystems on the earth. Here we can take in place biosphere. Biosphere is also taken place as an ecosystem. We can take in place, it is also a type of an ecosystem where here all ecosystems, that means all global ecosystem and also formed of all ecosystems on the earth. All ecosystems are formed. Here largest ecosystem is a biosphere. So from this biosphere, here we can take in place as an ecosystem as a biosphere also. Why means here all ecosystems are produced from the biosphere. So it is also considered as one of the type of an ecosystems. And now coming to the an ecological structure and functions. Here we know that it is an integrated manner as seen capture flow of energy with a components of the an ecosystem. I means here ecosystem is helpful for the energy flowing, the energy flow of ecosystem. That means energy flowing from all ecological, that is energy flowing from the different components of an ecosystem. That is here energy is flowing from a components of components of ecosystem. Here components are two types, that is one is we can call them as the two components the energy is flowing. What are the two components means first one we can call them as a producers. First one we can call them as the producers, and second one we can call them as the consumers. So here from the producers to the consumers, here the energy flow is taken place from a producers to the consumers. So how the energy is flow is taken place, and also in each level of each level different in each category, in each level in vertical direction, each level of a tropical level we can arrangement of different tropical levels in each strata. That means in a vertical direction, if arrangement of different tropical levels, then we can call them as a stratification. What is stratification? What is a stratification means here the vertical distribution, the vertical distribution of the all the tropical levels, vertical distribution of all tropical levels is called as and that means the vertical distribution of all different tropical levels in an order we can call as in an order. So then we can call this as a stratification, where here we can use stratified levels also. We can use that as a stratified. That means the arrangement of the organisms from bottom to the top level. Here vertically the arrangement of each tropical level in different levels from bottom to the topmost layer. Then we can call that as a stratification also. And also here interaction of the abiotic and abiotic components already studied. Here the abiotic components are water, a temperature, as well as the water temperature, sunlight, as well as the soil, where here will having a different characters are presenting all these characters already we have discussed in the last classes, where here will having the oxygen nutrient vessels. That means here will having these abiotic components will having the nutrient in the soil, we having a more nutrient values are presenting, that nutrients are dissolved in the soil that will be absorbed by the abiotic components. So now we will discuss the biotic components. Next, coming to the abiotic components. Abiotic components. So here abiotic components, we know that biotic means bio means living organisms. The components which consisting of a life, then we can call them as the biotic components. So these biotic components will be divided into two categories on the basis of their nutrient relationship. That means these are divided. The biotic components are divided based on their nutrient values, nutrient values or nutrient levels. Here these are classified into two types. What are the two types? Means the first one we can call them as the autotrophic organisms, the organisms, and the second one is the heterotrophic organisms. Here there are two types of the organisms are presenting based on their nutrient levels which are present in an organism. Here these are classified into two types. What are that means? First one is autotrophic organisms and second one is the heterotrophic organisms. So here what are these autotrophic organisms? Means the organisms which can prepare their own food materials, prepare their own food materials by the process of photosynthesis. By the process of the photosynthesis, where the sunlight, that is the sunlight is converted into a chemical energy. This radiant energy, sun radiant energy is converted into a chemical energy. It is converted into the radial energy is converted. That means sunlight is converted into, that is radiant energy is converted into a chemical energy in the process of a photosynthesis. So here the organisms which are presenting, they can prepare auto means self, tropic means food materials. They are organisms which can prepare their own nutrients or nutrition for their development, then we can call as the autotrophic organisms. That is, here they prepare their own food materials. Why means here they consist of the chlorophyll pigments are presenting. Due to the presence of the chlorophyll by the process of a photosynthesis, that means carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from the soil and sunlight in the presence of chlorophyll molecules. Here they prepare their own food materials where the radiant energy, that is the sunlight energy, is converted into a chemical energy in the form of sugars or in the form of carbohydrates. So here that is converting this type of organisms which are presenting will having these that is autotrophic organisms. We can use the word as here autotrophic organisms are also called as the producers. We can call them as the producers. Why the autotrophic organisms are called as producers? Means they synthesize the food materials. Producers means they produce. That means they produce food food materials for themselves and also for other organisms also, for other organisms. So that here they prepare their own food materials for themselves, they utilize some amount of food materials for their metabolical and activities, and remaining food that is supplied to the other organisms also. So that here we can call them as the autotrophic organisms, all autotrophic organisms. So here all autotrophic organisms we can call them as the producers. Why means here they prepare their own food materials for themselves only, not only for themselves, for other organisms they used for the food materials. So that here we can call them as the producers. Here in an ecosystem, ecosystem, what are the stratification? That means the vertical, all tropical levels which are presenting in each different levels from bottom to the top. So here the producers will occupy the bottom of an ecosystem. All producers, that means if you say in all producers will occupy the bottom of the ecosystem, will be presenting the producers only. Why means here they produce food materials for other organisms also, so that here they are called them as producers. The producers will occupy always, the producers will occupy at the bottom of an ecosystem. Bottom of an ecosystem, except in aquatic and ecosystem. So here this is why means in aquatic ecosystem, here they will be present at the top. Why means here they consist of the phytoplanktons are presenting. So for the phytoplanktons are larger in number, and they are consisting the smaller fishes, small fishes to the large fishes. So here this will be alwaysly, it is that means in aquatic ecosystem here an inverted will be presenting. Inverted pyramids are presenting, where here producers are always present at the bottom of an ecosystem. There is no change in an ecosystem. I means they always present at the bottom only. From an ecosystem it is presenting, so they are called as producers, that is autotrophic and organisms. And coming to the second type, that is an heterotrophic and organisms. Here heterotrophic organisms means the organisms they cannot prepare their own food materials, but they depends on other organisms as a food materials. So here they does not having a capability of preparing their own food materials. So they depend on other organisms. So that here hetero means different, tropic means nutrients. That means they will having a different type of nutrition is presenting in these organisms. Hetero means different, tropic means nutrients. Here nutrition, that means nutrition is taken place by the organisms, is in a different type of nutrition is taken place in these organisms. That is they cannot prepare their own food materials, but they depends on other organisms as the food materials. So such type of process we can call them as the heterotrophic and organisms. In these heterotrophic organisms will consisting of different, already I said there are different type of nutrients. So such type based on this here we use them as the herbivores, second one carnivores, carnivores, second one is carnivores, third one is omnivorous, fifth one is parasites, fourth one parasites, and fifth one is decomposers. So here these are the various types. That means these organism will having a different type of nutrition is taken place, so that such type of organisms we can call them as the herbivores, such as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, parasites, and decomposers. So here herbivores means organisms which are eaten only a grass. That is only the organisms which are taken place only a plant food materials, then we can call them as herbivorous. If they take only animal food materials, that is animal food materials is taken place, we can call as carnivores. If the organism will take both plant as well as animal food materials, we can call them as omnivorous. And the organisms which are depending on the host organisms, so they are called as parasites and decomposers. Yeah, decomposers means the organisms which are depending on a dead and a decaying organic matters. That means when the organisms are died, they act upon the dead bodies of the plants and animals, where here they convert the organic component into inorganic components which are easily dissolved into the soil as well as into the atmosphere. So here decomposers will plays a very important role in an ecosystem. That is, these are helpful for the recycling of the organic components into inorganic components which they enters into the soil as well as into the atmosphere. So that here decomposers will plays a very important role in an ecosystem. So these are the various types of organisms where they having a different type of nutritions are presenting, so that here we can call them as a heterotrophic organisms. And also in the heterotrophic organisms, here based on the stratifies, here these may be classified into different types. That is, here we can call them as the consumers. First they are called as the consumers. Here animals, that means heterotrophic organisms are called as consumers, means they consume means they take the food material from other organism, so that we can call them as a consumer. That they consume food from other organisms, so that here we can call them as the consumer. That means they consume or take the food material from other organisms, so that we can call them as the consumers. And here the consumers are again classified into two different types. One is primary consumers, and secondary consumers, and third one is the tertiary consumers. So here the consumers are eaten by primary, secondary, and tertiary consumers. So that here how these will be taken place, we will explain by taking an example. We can explain this one. For example, if it taken place in an ecosystem, here if it taken place a grassland ecosystem, here if it taken place a grassland ecosystem, here if it taken place the grass, that means the herbs are called as the produce herbs are eaten by the grasshopper, grasshopper is eaten by a frog is eaten by a snake. So here it is a tropical level, that is here showing the tropical, that means showing the vertical distribution of animals in different stratas or different levels, so that we can call that as the stratification. So here we are having different tropical levels. So here the producers, here Hebs are the producers, and these are grasshoppers are called as primary consumers. And these are eaten by the secondary consumers. And lastly, that is the tertiary consumers. So this is where, that means here the consumers means they take the food material from other organism. So here the consumers are classified into three types: primary, secondary and tertiary. So here the grasshoppers, that means the organisms which are eaten by the producers. The organisms which are eaten by the producers are called as the primary consumers. The organisms which are eaten by the primary consumers are called as secondary consumers, and the organisms which are eaten by the secondary consumers, they are called as the tertiary consumers. The tertiary consumers will occupy the tertiary consumers will occupy the topmost layer in a tropical level, So here the bottom of the producers are occupies the bottom of a tropical level, That means here bottom of the tropical levels are occupied by the producers, and that are taken place by primary to the secondary to the tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers, that means these organisms are not eaten by any other organisms. That means they are present at the top of the ecosystem. So that we can call them as a topmost layer of a tropical level is occupied by the tertiary consumers. So these are the various types of that are two biotic components. One are called as an autotrophic components, and secondly that we can call as the heterotrophic organisms, which can be taken place here. An example, we can taken place any type, that is either pond ecosystem, a grassland ecosystem, or forest ecosystem, or a desertic ecosystem, or a marine ecosystem, or freshwater ecosystem, or otherwise a man-made ecosystem like and that is a crop grassland ecosystem in agriculture, or otherwise we taken place the aquariums, or also we can taken place a type of an ecosystems, where example we can taken place. In this example will consist of producers. Here having biotic components are two types. One is autotrophic and heterotrophic. Here these are producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers, where we can taken place. These are, that means these are the different tropical levels that are vertically arranged, the vertically arrangement of tropical levels in each tropic at different levels. At different levels, here tropical levels are arranging in a vertical direction, so that this type of process we can call as a stratification also, where in the stratification or in tropical level, here the producers are occupied at the bottom of the tropical level, and the tertiary consumers will occupy the topmost layer of the tropical, and that is an ecosystem. And also here in an ecosystem will having the four levels we will discuss in this ecosystem. One we can call as the productivity, and secondly we can call that as the second one, first one is the productivity, energy, flow, and ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramids or ecological succession. And lastly, we will study about that is our energy flow. Here, first one is productivity, a decomposition, energy flow, and a nutrient cycles. Here we will discuss in this in an ecosystem. So here ecosystem, in an ecosystem there are different levels. The different levels which we have discussed, that is the first one is productivity. Second one is the energy flow. Next third one, second one is decomposition, and third one is energy flow, and lastly we will discuss a nutrient cycles. So these are the four topics where we will discuss in an ecosystem. One is the productivity, and second one is the decomposition, third one is energy flow, how energy is flowing from producers to the consumers, and when they are decomposed, when the organisms are dead, how they are decomposes, and how the energy is transferring from producers to the consumers, that we call as a productivity. And a nutrient cycle, when they are decomposes, how these cycles, that is carbon or phosphorus or inorganic, that means organic components which are broken down into inorganic components, how these are escaped into the atmosphere and also in the soil. That cycles, recycling of the cycles or nutrients into the atmosphere on the earth surface, we can call them as a nutrient cycles that are well discussed in the next class.